Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Mando countdown. We are 15 days and a matter of hours away from
This
the new
is
season.
the way.
I know, it's exciting, right?
Yeah, it is exciting. Feels like it's been forever since season 2.
Because it has. But in the vein of that, Mando Season 3's Pedro Pascal and Katie Sackhoff are featured in Empire Magazine's upcoming issue. Which means news!
From Naboo.
No, from Empire Magazine.
From Naboo.
We've been expecting major coverage, from entertainment outlets to come because they always hype up the show that's coming, and it's finally here. The cover for Empire's next issue features Pedro Pascal and Katie Sackhoff without their helmets on.
Ooh.
And Grogu's on there too.
Do you think Din ever gets to the point where he embraces the other way and takes the helmet off and is cool with it? I mean, does he expect Grogu to wear a helmet 24/7? He's a foundling, right? We're a clan of 2, but he doesn't have to follow the rules. Little chainmail Beskar is all he needs. I mean, I think it's a serious question, actually.
It is actually a very interesting question. Maybe one we will get to.
Perhaps.
Who knows? But the magazine is advertising a 20-page story on The Mandalorian, including interviews with Pedro Pascal, Katie Sackhoff, and Emily Swallow, who plays the armor, as well as Favreau and Filoni, who they will talk about the past, present, and future of the little offshoot that they call the Mandoverse.
Do they call it the Mandoverse?
I don't know, everyone else seems to.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say I was the first one, but I've been calling it that forever, so. I'm just wondering if that's like an official thing now, because I feel like I've helped coin the phrase, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
I know, I'm not trying, I'm humble bragging or something here. No, but I'm just saying, I wonder if they're actually calling it that now. That's all I'm asking, not trying to say, yeah, I'm responsible for that. No, I'm just curious if they are officially kind of calling it that. Or will they ever, or what do they call it? Anyway.
Very interesting.
I think it is.
Well, they're promising first look images and concept art, as well as a deep dive into the history of Grogu, looking into how the puppet was conceived and brought to life for the series, not how Grogu himself was brought to life.
That's the true secret.
That really is the true secret, and they have to answer it someday. It's too big of a mystery to not tell, right?
You know what would be hilarious? And they should make an animated movie or show or something, but have it where the puppet comes to... Have him be in the next Toy Story movie.
Oh my goodness, they could.
Where he,
a toy version of Grogu.
Yeah, but make it the real Grogu that is on set actually does come to life afterwards. I don't know. There you go, Disney. I know there are some, perhaps some struggling.
Crossovers.
They're having some difficulties. There's my idea for you. There's my billion-dollar idea.
Well, that's why they just announced some big franchises getting sequels.
Yeah.
Because
Toy Story
they need
is
money.
one of them. Toy Story 5 is coming.
So is Frozen.
Frozen 3? Are you kidding?
That's what I heard. Frozen 3.
Wow. All right.
3 times as cold.
Just put Grogu. That should be
they
their
could make a
tagline.
snow version of Grogu that Elsa could bring to life.
Yes. And the little spiders could be there too from
No.
the one with the egg episode.
No more spiders. You're done with that. This is going to sound weird, but this is April's issue that hits the stands Thursday, February 16th.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. They can see the future.
I know I want to get my hands on this magazine because I am excited to learn about the 3rd season here and share more with everybody else.
News from Naboo.
That's what I do. We should be getting more snippets and interviews and images and all that fun stuff. And, speaking of snippets, we did actually get one already.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Pedro Pascal and Katie Sackhoff tease epic adventures ahead.
As compared to the mundane adventures we were expecting?
Exactly.
They're going to have lunch together. It's going to be a whole episode. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, boy.
They're just going to take their helmet off. They're just going to kind of wedge food underneath.
They order lunch and they both stare at it. I'll take it to go. Grogu comes over and starts eating it.
Yeah. No, he's going to have his little helmet on, too.
No,
he's got to follow the rules. I don't know.
Well, the magazine did publish an excerpt from an interview with Pascal and Sackhoff. Pascal spoke about the scope of the new season. He said, "What I love most about Season 3 is how much the world opens up in terms of Mandalore and Mandalorians. That means so many different facets of culture, politics, and rules and discoveries. Delicious doors are flying open."
Show's
Does that
getting
mean
bigger.
they'll tell us about their cuisine too?
Maybe.
If they're delicious?
Maybe that lunch episode was real. But I mean, it is interesting because if you watch the first season of The Mandalorian, it is kind of the opposite. Not that it doesn't delve into their culture or anything, but it's not very big.
No.
We are getting much grander in scope and scale.
It's because
at least
usually
that's what they
we
say.
see Mando off by himself. He's not really embracing or experiencing even his own culture.
True.
He's
But I mean,
doing his thing.
I do wonder if that's what people want out of the show.
To learn more about
To
the
get
Mandalorians.
for it to just keep kind of getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, I really liked the first season. I like the second season too. Don't get me wrong, but I did kind of like the idea of just the lone gunslinger, Old West kind of spaghetti western, all of that. I really liked the first season. I think it was kind of just a scale back in a way, in a good way.
It is interesting at the same time to learn more about their culture.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a lot of it in the Clone Wars, but in the Clone Wars we got the culture of the Mandalorians who had split up, and we got really the pacifists.
Yeah, we got a lot of people who do not like.
Not the warrior past, or even in Rebels when we saw that Mandalorians kind of seem to go back to their warrior roots.
Yeah, because I think there were a lot of people who didn't like the Mandalorians in the Clone Wars. That is, a lot of people hate Dave Filoni for, not hate. Hate is such a strong word, but don't appreciate kind of changing Mandalore and Mandalorians in
right, because all of
Wars.
the EU culture for the Mandalorians was how great of warriors and everything that they are. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to put Mandalorians in Clone Wars for you guys. But they're pacifists.
Yeah, but that also could be Lucas's idea for the Mandalorians. He wanted to show them becoming... I don't know the whole story behind that. A lot of people put the blame on Filoni, but Filoni couldn't do anything without the final approval of Lucas, so who knows? But we did see in Rebels that they did kind of feel more traditional, I guess, in a way.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Interesting topic to look into at some point.
Maybe we'll hear more of their history in the new season.
Well, I think we will.
But Sackhoff did go on to add, I was texting John and Dave, are you serious? This is an epic season. It's so big and so bold and so different. We know the family that she was born into. Now, what's the family that she's going to choose? What does that look like? Kind of reminds me of that question you asked me earlier. What if she chooses to embrace the culture of the coverts? What if that really is the way? What if they are the most traditional to Mandalorian roots? And she decides to embrace that?
Well, I think it would have to come from somewhere, right? I mean, we don't know the history of the canon, quote unquote canon, what they're doing with the Mandalorian lore and culture. So could be that you go back in time and they never took helmets off, and
maybe the covert may have split off because they wanted to follow the more traditional path of the Mandalorian,
which is kind of what they say too. So it could be that. I mean, I don't think so, but
so she could very well.
Bo-Katan's going helmet on.
Well, she might embrace more of their ideas, but I don't know.
Well, that might also unite them too, right? If you're trying to unite them, you got to compromise a little.
Yes, and we'll see how that all plays into the new season. I'm very interested. Are they going to be like, okay, sack off, helmet on? That's it. We're done.
Which means she could be done. She can just come in and voice her.
It could be why she's on Mandalore. She could be looking for the spring, too. Maybe she knows the old sayings about get in the spring so that you can be a real Mandalorian again.
Maybe. Probably. I mean, it's probably some kind of old legend they've all heard of at one point.
Maybe they'll go in the spring together.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe.
I had to say it.
I mean, we need a future heir, don't we? Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Grogu's the future heir. What are you talking about? That is Mando's successor right there.
That's right.
He's going to be the new Mandalore for like 800, 900 years.
He could be.
All right. Well, as previewed in the trailer, both the characters have a lot to say about the Darksaber, the Mandalorian culture, and even Grogu. Bo-Katan might even be considered one of the new antagonists of this season, especially while we're waiting for Giancarlo Esposito to show up as Moff Gideon again. He might be what unites them.
Against,
yeah.
An opponent, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we know he's still in the show, and we know he loves Mandalorian.
He does.
We just haven't seen him at all in any of the trailers or footage yet.
Yeah, good. I don't want that spoiled. If he's going to do anything big, I don't want to see it in the trailer.
Not even in the new 30-second teaser that the Super Bowl had for Mando Season 3 that had, 3 new scenes. One of them was Bo-Katan putting her helmet on. The other two were a little more interesting.
Oh, putting her helmet on. There it is. She's going all in.
The other two are more interesting. One was Dr. Pershing exploring what looks like a decommissioned ship. Probably one of the ships that was in the shipyard we saw in the previous trailer.
Yeah.
what could he be looking
I don't
for
know.
in the Empire's old tech?
Yeah, I'm really curious what in the world is going on with that.
I know, he is a mystery since season 1. He kind of disappears, and then he comes back, and we're like, yeah, what are you up to? We thought you were a prisoner of the New Republic.
Some in season 2 with the one episode where they find the quote-unquote Snoke tubes, or there's the volunteer they're looking for.
He is a mystery.
Yeah. It's kind of been dangled, so I hope we get to sink our teeth into it this season.
And the other new scene was one with Paz Vizsla defending a covert, it looked like, that has children in it.
Yeah. Foundlings. All with helmets on. They're all wearing their helmets. They're all following the rules. I don't know Grogu.
Yeah. Definitely see at least one child running. Maybe there was another one. It's hard to tell.
I don't know. It looked young to me.
It could just be short. I don't know.
Could be.
They haven't grown into their helmets yet.
They're all Ewoks.
Oh, boy. Anyway, super excited for the new season. Can't wait to see more snippets of articles from this.
Yeah.
Huge issue.
I'm just ready for the season already. But I mean, yeah, definitely check out the article. But
yeah.
We'll report on it, I'm sure. That's what we do.
Well, I want to get my hands on the issue.
Yeah, that's what you do. I just kind of...
one.
I ramble.
They say that printing in the U.S. is delayed or something right now.
Can't you get it online?
I have to look into it some more.
You usually can buy like a digital copy of that.
I would invest in a digital copy of this because I'm curious.
I'd rather have the physical. I'm still...
You are.
I mean, most people I think still would rather have the physical, even though it's usually more of a pain in the butt.
I wouldn't say most people.
Really? Yeah.
But let's move on to new this week in Star Wars, etc. Tuesday is Valentine's Day.
Oh,
for anyone who... Yeah. It's also the release of the script version of the audiobook, The Battle of Jeddah. So if you didn't have a chance to listen to George Mann's excellent audiobook reading, and this is the book I believe he actually wrote, this audio play, the script version will be coming out. Wednesday, we've got Bad Batch, episode 9, hopefully continuing from the excitement from the last double episode. Comics is bringing us Star Wars 31 and Bounty Hunters 31. Thursday, we've got Empire's Mandalorian Season 3 issue. Yep. It's supposed to hit the shelves. Hopefully it hits the shelves somewhere where I can get my hands on it. Sorry. Friday, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which I am excited for. Early reviews seem to be promising, but a lot of them are.
They usually are.
What I'm looking forward to and seeing if this is true is stuff that I've read said that this gives us a clear direction going forward into this phase of
a direction. What's that?
The MCU. So I really am curious. Does it really give us that, and what is it?
Kang.
Yes, Kang. I know, but we need to know what Kang's
plan is.
What is he and how that's going to affect what we know.
He's trying to conquer the multiverse.
Yep. And then Sunday we have The Last of Us episode 6.
Yes. All right. Well, that is then going to be all we got for you this time. So do take to the comments below. Tell us about your excitement for Mandalorian Season 3. Are you pumped, or maybe you're not? Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.